Welcome to our latest edition of the Bayonne Beat. Today we make history by recalling a historic speech and visit from President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The year is 1936, October 28th to be exact. Days of planning had culminated with 50,000 men and women crowded around the 8th Street train station in Bayonne, New Jersey. A mighty welcome greeted President Roosevelt this morning as he arrived in Bayonne and spoke before the greatest outpouring of people in the city's history.
Mr. Mayor, my friends of Bayonne, I am glad to come back here. I am happy to know that your factories and all of your industrial plants are running again. One of our great hopes 4 years ago was that we could bring a greater security to the people of the United States, a greater prosperity in all the things that they are doing, and more than that, the kind of a prosperity and the type of security which would last them through their lives and through their old age, last them and their children. That objective we have, at least in part, attained. Wherever I go throughout the country, I find a greater happiness and I find a greater sense of security. It is my hope that this improvement will be continued during the next 4 years. And so, my friends, I am glad to come back here and glad to have seen you.
The vast crowd roared its appreciation as the chief executive pledged the nation a continuance of the new sense of happiness and security that has come to America since he assumed office in 1932. A sea of faces greeted the president as he stepped from his special train at the West 8th Street station at 9:42 a.m., 10 minutes after it pulled into the accompaniment of a staccato of salutes sent up through aerial bombs. The densely packed throng stretched for blocks. Experienced newspapermen who covered the event estimated that there were probably 50,000 men, women, and children lining the streets and jammed around the grounds at the station. Mrs. Eleanor Roosevelt, the president's wife, was at the station. She, Mayor Lucius F. Donahoe, and U.S. Senator A. Harry Moore rode with the chief executive in his automobile as it drew from the station and proceeded through lanes of flag-waving crowds. Roosevelt made his journey out of Bayonne across the Bayonne Bridge to Staten Island, followed by stops in Brooklyn and finally to Bedloe Island in New York Harbor to rededicate the Statue of Liberty on her 50th anniversary. Many believe the president's stop was thanks to a request from his personal secretary, Grace Tully, who happened to be born in Bayonne, New Jersey in 1900. The old 8th Street train station is gone, but in the early 2000s, Bayonne built a replica station which stands today and is home to the New Jersey Transit Light Rail System. Take a ride sometime and leave your comment below. Be sure to subscribe for more great historic moments in Bayonne. Until then, you have nothing to fear but fear itself.